Hello, welcome to Model Kit Stuff and another look at tools for modelling. And in today's tool video we're looking at an awl. So if you're not familiar with an awl is a tool that's really designed for marking surfaces and piercing small holes. So it gets used in all sorts of different industries. This particular one that we're looking at today is made by Excel, the people that make craft knives. So is made in the States, and on the back they tell you that it can be used with wood, leather, plastic, rubber, metals, textiles and vinyls. So in the modelling hobby, I guess I use it primarily for scribing. I use it also for making some marks, like where I'm going to drill or something like that. When in scratch building, I'll use it for marking places before a drill, that type of thing. And I've even used it for defining panel lines and things like that a little bit more, although I tend to have different techniques for that these days. Another good use for it is where you've got pipe work that's moulded on and it's sort of like a D-shaped. You can scribe in with an awl and get behind it and just take some material out and make it look a little bit more cylindrical. So inside of cockpits where you might have cable runs and that sort of stuff, an awl can be quite handy. Now, as it happens, there is lots of different types of awls on the market. So which one do you go with? Well, this one has been designed with crafts in mind, so it's an ideal awl. And I've recently bought this because the one that I've been using for years, I mean, this awl is older than me. It's my dad's. And I've managed to bend it. I've straightened it for a fair amount. But the length of the actual pointed blade is quite a bit longer than most craft awls, and as a result I can't quite put as much pressure on this as I can this. So also this is the shank of this is actually thicker than this, so it's a bit more robust. So when you're looking at an awl, you want something that's not too long and is fairly sturdy. And pretty much other than that, you pay your money, you take your choice. There's lots and lots of variety out there. Obviously, with the Excel one, you know, it's aimed at crafts, and so therefore is going to be fit for purpose, really. So, awls are not expensive, but they are really handy. Now, I'll give you an example. Let's take, for example, this is one of my most common uses of an awl. So this is plastic that we need to remove the part from. So you can see it's vac formed. And if you try and do that with a knife, for example, with a knife tip, it's actually quite difficult to follow all the little different undulations and shapes. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the tendency with a knife is, because you've got a blade length, is that you're actually going to cut into the plastic part, and you don't really want that. So this is where an awl's handy, because the awl has only got the point to use. You can go along quite quickly and scribe out without any damage to your plastic part. And what I do when I'm taking out vac form parts is I use the awl first, and I might do 3 to 4 passes maybe. You can see I'm taking material out with every pass. And then I can use my knife to trace the line that I've already done, and we just keep passing it until there's sufficient plastic removed that we can take it away. And actually, I find that often you can just bend it at this point and get rid of it. But I need to go all the way around. But that is probably my most common use for an awl. Other things you can do, well, you can mark little positions for drilling, like I've said. So that's quite handy for that. Or if you've got some piece of wire that you need to glue into place or something, you can make a little hole for it. And it's also quite good for scribing lines and marking out areas like that. So it has lots of uses. You might have to sharpen it occasionally in the same way as you sharpen a knife blade, but I've found that you don't have to do that too often. You can see there, we've got a perfect line. So it's a really handy tool, the awl. Now this particular awl is a fixed point awl. You can get retractable ones. The difference is obviously that if you can retract it, you've got an added safety feature, although most awls will come with some form of cover. The other difference is this will cost you £4 to £5, whereas a retractable one will cost you 15 to 20. So for me, that'll do the job. I don't need anything fancy. And if you're using vac formed parts, then you really need an awl. Is it an essential tool? If you're going to be doing dioramas such as the Mini-Art vac formed buildings, or you're going to do a lot of scratch building, then for me an awl is an essential tool. Everyone should have one. They're not expensive, definitely worth getting. If you've not got one, you'll be surprised how handy they are to have them. Okay, hope that was interesting. Quick view of an awl. Take care everyone, and I will see you very soon.